The vicious tone of national politics pollutes Minnesota after shooting. It's horrible, it's mind-numbing. Murdered U.S. lawmaker's family speaks. Jesse Eberts held back tears as she stood in front of a makeshift memorial honoring Democratic politician Melissa Hortman and her husband, who were killed last week. Minnesota has felt a little bit like a safe haven, said Miss Eberts, a government employee who lives in the state capital, because we have been able to keep our atmosphere of respecting one another here. This has blown that out of the water. The death of Hortman and her husband, Mark, has sent a shockwave through the state. They were shot dead early on Saturday morning by a man disguised as a police officer. Democratic state lawmaker John Hoffman and his wife were also injured. They are expected to survive. But the attacks, which appear politically motivated, have badly shaken confidence in the state's reputation for politeness, courtesy, and respect. An attitude that has its own nickname and Wikipedia page, Minnesota Nice. Prosecutors say the suspect, Vance Bolter, also visited two other homes early Saturday, searching for politicians. The state's largest ever manhunt ended late Sunday when Bolter was captured near his home in a rural area dotted with farms, gravel roads, and small villages, about an hour away from the twin cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Many pointed out that Mrs. Hortman was known for her ability to work with Republican colleagues, including recently to pass a state budget vote. On Monday, local talk radio station WCCO replayed one of her last interviews, jointly done with Republican colleagues, where, among other things, they discussed what they might do if they spent some off time together. The idea that this friendly state in the upper Midwest could avoid the political rancor, which is more frequently tipping over into violence elsewhere, is an illusion, says Jenna Stocker, editor of Thinking Minnesota, a publication put out by the conservative think tank Center of the American Experiment. The center's office was firebombed last year in what think tank officials called a politically motivated attack. Nobody has been charged with the crime. Some people, even here in Minnesota, have really let politics guide their thinking and how they feel about their neighbors, their friends, and their relatives, Ms. Stocker says. In extreme cases, that has led to extreme actions. Several recent studies indicate that political violence is growing across the U.S., reaching a level not seen since the 1970s. Reuters has tallied more than 300 cases of politically motivated violence since the January 2021 Capitol riot. A 2023 study from the Brennan Center for Justice, a left-leaning institute, found that 40% of state legislators had experienced threats or attacks in the 3 years prior. Despite widespread fears, fueled in part by 2 assassination attempts against Donald Trump and the 2021